I'd like to start off giving a big thanks to Dan Reardon with Rockin' Our Outfitters for an awesome hunt. This is the view from the front porch as we're looking out across the landscape that is Lone Cone Peak. Just a beautiful area up here out south of Norwood, Colorado. And the view off the back deck. It's really hard to beat this location. This is the interior of the lodge. This was the 4x4 that Mike dropped on the evening of opening day. We left camp right around 6 a.m. Hopped in the Kawasaki Mule and began our trip up the road to the area called School. This is an area that they just begin to lease. This is their second season on this area. About a 20-minute drive as we went from backcountry roads. After we opened the gate and went through the open field, we started making our way back into the brush. We begin to trek up the trail, following that fence line. Still pretty early. The sun is just starting to come up. As dawn starts to break, we can begin to hear the elk bugling down in the meadow below us. We continue to make our way up the slope as we approach a ridgeline up at the top. Here, this gives us an amazing vantage point to look down into the meadows below. At this point, we can hear multiple elk, two of which are coming from slightly behind us, and one dominant herd bull down in the valley below. As we make our way up to the top of this ridge, we're able to look down and see the bull down there rounding up his cows. I know Dan is going over the possible areas at which he feels the herd is going to move up the slope as the day begins to warm up. Down in that meadow below, here's a photo of the herd with the bull, which we will begin tracking and hunting for the next 4 hours. It's on there in the bottom left-hand corner of the photo. Zoomed in of it, but this is the guy that we're going after. As we continue to watch them move up the slope, Dan formulates a plan for us to begin to approach just down below us the night before. Ryan, another hunter in our group, was able to tag out on a cow. So we're going to go down to the intersection of where two property lines meet to see if we're able to head off the group as they begin to head up the slope. As we continue to follow the fence line, the elk are bugling north of us from multiple directions. As we get to the area where Dan wants us to set up, like calling out where he feels that the bull or the herd is going to make their crossing, and then also where the cow was taken the night before. So Dan sets up just a little bit north of us, back on the trail, and begins calling. However, the herd has continued up and crossed in a different location. We're starting to head up the slope. Continue to follow the herd bull as he's still bugling off, typically between 100 and 150 yards ahead of us. We're able to begin to close in and start creeping up the walking path. The herd is just ahead of us on that scrub brush up to the right. We're able to get close enough, and just out here 20 yards in front of us there's a group of cows in there just grazing. You'll occasionally see their heads pop up. They're just right off in front of us. We did have a cow just off to the left that was about 40 yards away, just standing perfectly broadside in the open area where we were holding steady just to ensure she didn't see us. We also had a group of cattle off to the right, and they're grazing alongside the elk on top of the slope. The scrub brush is about chest high as you're walking through it, and we're only able to make out their heads as they're moseying around through there. But this is our bull right here. We can see his antlers in the distance as he's walking through that scrub brush. As we continue to chase him, we got his cows separated from him. We began to call, and he came a-running. There he is. A nice 5x5 that just stepped out in the open. That shot was a perfect upper lung shot.
Get up there, Dan.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Alright, he's good. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
That is a nice looking bull there, fellas. That's the 66.
That-
Oh my god! Where's the video camera?
I've got it right here.
Oh!
So 5x5, right about 60 yards after he was shot. Big shout out to the guides for helping pack it out, skin it, and big thanks to Dan for a once in a lifetime opportunity.